we're going to do a 7-minute multiple. So I like to do multiples when I can. It's one of my favorite things to do. When I'm using ficus, I like to cut these apart. And I'm going to be using probably all of them. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just going to cut those apart real quick. Y'all, that resupply box this month was amazing. If they still have supplies left, I don't know if they do, you need to go snag them, because I'm telling you right now, they're amazeballs. This one was a good one. They're all good to me. I get 3 of them. Ask me if I'm kidding. I'm not. All right. This also came in the resupply box. I'm going to cut this whole bush up. This may end up being like a 15-minute multiple because I'm talking and teaching at the same time. I usually don't teach on these. I usually just talk to y'all. I'm just coming in here and I'm just going to start going in where I think they need to go. These are long pieces, so we're going to be filling in. And I'll hit it with some hot glue in just a little bit. We ain't doing it yet. I'm just staggering it. Get it really good into the guts. Into the guts. If it won't go because it's pretty dense, go in there with a pair of scissors. And these particular greens are great for getting some height. They're real bushy, but they're also going to get you some height. But they don't like to go in smoothly when I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay. Just super, super easy right now. I'm going to save a couple for the end. Now, I normally come in with the ficus first. I didn't this time. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait on this for a minute because the star of the show is going to be this 60919. I've only got a few of those left. So I am going to use the whole stinking thing. Coming in there and just fluffing the hot mess out of this. Remember, the bow's going to go there, so I'm not doing a whole lot with that area. Opening this up. And personally, I like to do my grapevines on an easel, except these 7-minute multiples. Y'all, I'm on How to Make Wreaths once a month with you guys. Okay, so this brought some gorgeous color into what we were doing. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and pop it with some glue. And if it needs more, I'll add more. It should not need more. So now, what I'm going to do, I don't know that I'll add the ficus, but I'm going to go ahead and make that bow, all right? Okay, so I'm not going to add that 4-inch, but I am going to do big old loops. Pinch, twist, loop. Pinch, twist, loop. I'm going to throw another loop in there. I'm going to do the green. Now, something that I've started doing is there's a lot of that watermelon in there, but I do like it a lot. I'm going to add this pinch, twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop. I got 2 loops in there, but that's not all I want in there. I want some extra tails. So I'm just going to throw an extra tail up in there. Now, sometimes, whenever I'm working on a particular design and I want to make sure people know the focus of that design is watermelon, for example, I'm throwing that watermelon ribbon right on top. I'm going to grab it with my 2 fingers Hey, my little John Lennon fingers. I'm going to zip tie it. Okay. So I'm going to take this black zip tie and I'm going to come down through it and back up through the guts. Do not do this. It will slide. Okay? Little Tammy's tip of the day. See, it's not going anywhere if I do that. I'm going to lay that little baby right in there, and we are going to cover it with a bead or something if we need to. We're going to rock this baby so it's tight. Okay, clip it. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just going to get my ribbons. I told you this would be like a 15-minute one. I got to get my ribbons all dovetailed and fixed up before I really go to fluffing anything. I don't want blunt ending behind my bow. What that means is behind this bow there's a hard stop. There ain't nothing back there. We need to fix that. And this happens a lot with multiples. You just want to put a little something something back there, okay? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and line some up. Okay, so what I'm doing is coming off to the side there. And I'm coming off to the side. And I'm not cutting this. It does not need to be. So I'm just coming in here. And these grapevines from Deco are amazing, but this one is dense. Okay, so I'm just coming over here and I'm just spreading it. Start spreading the news. Okay? I'm just doing it so there's not that hard stop behind that bow. All right? Now, one thing I do want, I'm going to add some more, is I really think I want to carry this color, this Kaler, as Charlotte calls it, Kaler, like sailor, but Kaler. I'm going to carry this Kaler color up to the top more. And that's one thing that you can always, always do with a multiple is add to it. Now, we could add this sign. I may have to do it because it's going to cover it. I may have to do it. Okay. I think I'm going to maybe do it. I'm thinking, y'all, out loud. It drives me nuts that there's a hole up here. But I have a solution, I think. I'm going to do it with a zip tie, I think. There's the hole. I'm going to put the zip tie around. Make sure. Okay. Stick it right in there and just get in there where the guts are. Okay. Nobody's ever going to see that zipper tie. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to do another hole. But I think I'm going to do one right over on the very edge with my jewelry hole punch. If you're in crepe coaching, you can go in Tammy's tips, and I give craft show tips almost every week. Small items that you guys can make to make money and revenue. And my number one thing is if you're doing craft shows and you're not buying these door hangers from Deco, then you're missing revenue. Not everybody wants a wreath on their door. I just needed to secure this because it was going to be floppy flop flopperson. Okay, I just needed to make sure it was good and secure. Just like that. Now, what I am going to do that I wasn't going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it sideways to cover up that zip tie. There it goes. All right, so I'm going to make a little teeny tiny bow. And when I say little teeny tiny, I mean it's tiny. Okay. Now, I don't really want to use a zip tie, but I kind of have to. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm not cutting that all the way through. You know that little hole up there? That's going to be like my button. I'm going to like put this right in there. I need to snag one of these little berry bushes, just like that. I just took it right off of there. You can also put a vase filler or a bead. I'm just trying to avoid doing that. There you go. And I don't love the bow on there, but it has to be on there because of that hole. It just has to be. So, super stinking cute. You have a way to use all of your materials and still be able to make money doing it. Be blessed, you guys. I'll see you soon.